Hello, hello, hello. So, welcome back again for another installment in Books I Love. This one, I believe that was one of my original favorites when I started reading Korean novels. It is called The Legendary Moonlight Sculptor. See it right there. My dude Weed. He's the man right here. Here's the description. A man forsaken by the world. A man, they don't want to say the S word. Just imagine there's an L there. To money. And a man known as the legendary god of war in the highly popular MMORPG continent of magic. With the coming of age, he decides to say goodbye, but the feeble attempt to earn a little something for his time and effort ripples into an effect none could ever imagine. All right, so essentially, boy Weed over here, he's a gamer. That's pretty much, he's a professional gamer. That's pretty much how he makes money. He's very poor, and I believe he's taking care of his family. I believe his mother and his sister. I think he's taking care of. There's no father in the picture, from what I can remember. The last time I read it was like 15 years ago, something like that. Long time ago. So I'm trying to go from memory. Let's see more of the description. Through the series of coincidences, his legendary avatar is sold for $3 million. Okay, so he was a gamer. He was playing this old RPG, and then he decided to sell his old character. All right, to pay off some debts. All right, through a series of coincidences, legendary avatar sold for 3 billion won, which is the Korean currency. Bringing great joy to him, only to plunge him into despair at losing almost all of it to a vicious loan sharks. With revelation of money through gaming, he rises from the abyss with newfound resolve and steps forward into the new age of games led by the first ever virtual reality MMORPG, Royal Road. All right, the Royal Road. I believe Royal Road is now a website where I read a lot of news stories. And the first time I heard of Royal Road was from this Korean novel. And then that's when I found their website, and I've read a lot of stories from Royal Road since. All right. This is the legend of Li Huan on his path to becoming emperor, with only his family's loving heart, his boundless desire for money, his unexpected mind, and diligent forge. But okay, so this doesn't explain much about the story, but essentially, he used to play an old game. He can't really play it anymore. His family's hurting for money. There's a loan shark coming after him. I believe that his father had a huge gambling debt. From what I remember, his father's disappeared. It is huge gambling debt that he has to pay off. His mother is sick, and then it's just him and his sister. So he, in order to pay off those debts, he sold this old gaming character, and then they come after him, and he loses a lot of that money. But he decides to play a new game coming out called Royal Road, and in this game, he, through a series of accidents, he sort of found his way into a character class. It was like it's a crafting class, but he is a artist, a sculptor. That is his character class that he found, but it was a legendary class, the legendary Moonlight Sculptor. So he has a bunch of bonuses from like, if he sculpts a certain artwork, and if the artwork is good enough, he gets a bunch of bonuses from the artwork. It's a very complex sort of class, and he gains a bunch of bonuses from it and stuff like that. But he decided to call his character Weed because he has a very low opinion of himself, so he calls his character Weed, like the grass, you know what I mean? And yeah, funny dude. Like the level of pettiness this character has, like, he's an amazing character. Like, he's I would say he's sort of like an anti-hero. Like, this guy, he would he would come after you for stealing even like a penny from him. Like if he lost a penny for any sort of reason, he will swear revenge on you and several generations of your family. That's the level of pettiness he gained just from suffering from all this money issues throughout his life and needing money to take care of his family. He's just diligent about money, and he's any amount of money he loses, he just loses his shit. So he's an amazing story, amazing character. I really love it. It's gone for a bunch of, so you see volume 58, chapter 8. Like this thing goes for a long time. And as you can, I believe it is adapted to a manhwa. A manhwa is basically the Korean version of manga. So it is adapted. If you don't want to read all these chapters, there's a manhwa where you can see the story in an illustrated form. I 100% recommend it. The synopsis doesn't do it justice. My vague recollection of the synopsis doesn't do it much justice. I recommend reading it. It is an amazing story. God, it is great. I can't state how great the story is. Everyone should give it a try. So that is my installment in Books I Love. Until next time.